Gastroenteritis, also known as gastro, is an illness triggered by the infection and inflammation of the digestive system, in particular the stomach and the small intestines. There are numerous causes of gastroenteritis, such as exposure to certain strains of bacteria, parasites, and viruses, as well as particular toxins. These microorganisms have different disease-causing mechanisms. Some can secrete toxins that stimulate excessive electrolyte and water loss, while others might trigger inflammation that disrupts the balance between absorption of nutrients and secretion of waste. For example, viral gastroenteritis is the most common form of gastro. It's commonly caused by rotavirus when it invades enterocytes, which are special absorptive cells in your small intestine that make up your villi. Once inside, the virus causes the villi to become shorter and inflamed, resulting in reduced water reabsorption and increased secretion of chloride ions, which are an essential electrolyte. Gastroenteritis is contracted differently depending on what you're exposed to, resulting in slightly different symptoms and signs. Food poisoning after eating poultry products or eggs is usually due to Salmonella and Campylobacter jejuni, which causes gastro symptoms of diarrhea, fever, and vomiting for 5 to 10 days. Whereas after eating improperly refrigerated foods, present Staphylococcus aureus species can release toxins that cause gastro, resulting in sudden nausea, vomiting, and diarrhea for a maximum of 2 days. On the other hand, ingesting fecal contaminated food can cause very watery diarrhea, vomiting, and fever for 4 to 8 days from the previously mentioned rotavirus, whilst drinking contaminated water can lead to diarrhea that extends weeks caused by the parasite Giardia. It is evident then that gastroenteritis can spread in very different ways, but there are 5 common signs and symptoms: watery diarrhea without blood, abdominal cramps and pain, nausea or vomiting, muscle aches and headaches, and fever. In terms of the treatment and management of gastroenteritis, it is most important to consider the cause and severity of the condition. Generally, adult cases tend to be milder in comparison to infants, people with suppressed immune systems, and the elderly. The primary treatment for most bacterial, viral, and toxic causes of gastroenteritis is to drink fluids regularly to avoid dehydration caused by the vomiting and diarrhea. These cases don't usually last longer than a week, but in severe cases further treatment is required, such as electrolyte-high fluids for extreme dehydration, or specific antibiotics like erythromycin or metronidazole, or Campylobacter jejuni or Giardia respectively. As for managing the condition, proper sanitation and hygiene is imperative in preventing the condition from worsening or spreading to others.